You only have 10 minutes. No worries, sis. Let me show you guys how to achieve this quick 10-minute makeup look. I use all affordable products because I just know you guys. I know my sisters. So if you're interested in how I achieved today's look, then just continue to watch. Alright sis, so let's get into this 10-minute makeup look. So today I wanted to stick with all drugstore products because I know my girlies be on a budget sometimes. I don't blame you, I'm the same. So everything I use is from the drugstore, so super affordable. I'll be sure to link all the products I use in the description box below, but let's get into this quick 10-minute makeup look. So I do have a few new products that I do want to try today, so I'm gonna go over it as I go through my makeup look today, but we try to limit as much products as we can for this 10-minute makeup look because we want to do the most without taking up a lot of time. So the first thing I'm going to start off with is of course a primer. So my skin is already moisturized. All of my skincare is out of the way. I've done my moisturizer, my serums, everything. So we're going to focus purely on the makeup product. So first product is the primer, and I am trying a new primer today. Today I'm going to be using the NYX the Face Glue Gripping Primer, and this really attracted me because it's a gripping primer. I love things that just allow my products, my makeup to really grip and stay on my face for a long period of time. So I definitely wanted to try this out, and I think the packaging is just so unique. So we're going to use this as our first product today. I'm going to focus it mainly in my T-zone because those tend to be my personal problem areas, but you can also apply it all over your face as well. So I'm going to apply this in my T-zone first. So at first you're not going to initially feel the grip of this product. It comes out really creamy. It's also hydrating surprisingly, but the grip doesn't come until after. So I'm feeling that grip right here in my T-zone, which is amazing because that's where I'm going to put a lot of my products. So you're definitely going to feel the grip afterwards, but initially when you put it on, it's really hydrating. So while this settles into my skin, I'm going to quickly move on to the brows. Now I'm clearly sticking with NYX products because today I'm going to be using the NYX the brow glue. So it's going to help stick and keep my brows in place. Usually you see me using my e.l.f. brow glue, but I want to switch it up today. This is another good product, very affordable, and does the same job as the e.l.f. So I'm going to use this to really shape my brows and allow it to stay in place throughout the day. And I did get the tinted version, so it slightly has a bit of tint to it, which is good for filling in any of those sparse areas on the brow, and then shape it with the spoolie. And I just keep going back in, just making sure that my brows are the right shape. I feel like brow glue is one of those quick and easy products to use just to quickly get your brows together. So if you're someone who has a lot of brow hairs like myself, a brow glue is definitely a time saver in your 10-minute makeup look. I'm going to quickly fill in my brows with a brow pencil. So I'm going to use my CoverGirl Clean Fresh brow pencil. This is in the shade Black Brown. And all I'm doing is using this to fill in any sparse areas of my brows. I ultimately like a really natural looking brow, so I don't do much with this step. I literally just fill in any area that I feel need that extra filling in. Comment in the comment section below, what is your brow routine? What does your brow routine look like? Do you do what we used to do back in 2016? Like, what is your current brow routine? All right, so we got our primer done, we've got our brows done, and I think that took about 2 minutes, honestly, maybe even less than 2 minutes. So let's move on to the third product, which is our concealer. So for this step, we're ditching the foundation and we're opting for a concealer that is our exact skin tone. This is going to act as our concealer. It's going to conceal any dark spots, our under eyes, anywhere that we want that even canvas. That is what our concealer is going to do today. So today I'm going to be using my L'Oreal True Match Serum Concealer, and I like this because it's a very hydrating concealer. It has hyaluronic acid, and that is something my skin needs during this winter season. So I really love using this concealer. On top of that, it's my perfect match, so it's going to really blend into my skin and just allow me to have a really nice even complexion. All right, so with this concealer, I'm just going to apply it underneath my eyes because we want to get rid of those bags, and you guys could see that, you could barely see it, it's blending into my skin. This is what we want when we want to find a concealer that is considered our perfect match. It should literally disappear into our skin. So I'm going to apply it in some of the areas that I just have dark marks so that we can just create that really even canvas. If you are new to my channel, around my mouth is like my problem areas. Underneath my eyes, I'm pretty good with the perimeter of my face, but just going over any spots that you feel you just want to conceal is what you're going to be doing in this step. All right, so you see see I didn't overdo it with the concealer. You definitely don't want to use your concealer like a foundation. That's not what it's doing. All you're doing is spot correcting, looking on your skin where you need that extra coverage, where you need to even out the skin tone. That is what you want to do with this step. So the brush that I use today is my e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush, and what this does is help me to blend out my concealer. So the way that it's shaped is similar to a foundation brush, so it does have that dense grip to it, so that allows you to blend out your concealer. And as you guys could see, I'm just blending out all the sections that I applied that concealer, and you can see that it's really blending into my skin. This is what you want. You don't want to alter or change your complexion. So your complexion should still be the same, but essentially all you did was just gave yourself a really even canvas with your concealer. So that's what you want to do. So for 10-minute makeup looks, you definitely want to skip the foundation and maybe opt for a skin tone concealer. All right, so next we're going to use one more concealer. Now the difference with this concealer is that it's our brightening concealer. This is what's going to bring back our natural highlights to our skin. Because of course, when we give ourselves an even skin tone, we essentially lose all of the highlights and shadows to our skin. So using a lighter concealer is going to help bring that back. So today I'm going to be using an OG, but it's still one of my favorites. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Fawn. You guys will not believe me. This was like one of my first products that I used when I got into makeup. So using it today is really just bringing me back to the days when I just first started makeup. But we're going to use this to highlight and just bring back the natural highlights to our skin. So the thing about this concealer is that they have a lot of different shades, so it's really easy to find the shade that works for you. So you definitely will find something that you can either highlight with, something that will match your skin tone, or even contour. So I love that the shade range for this concealer is there. So you definitely will find what you need. So as you guys know, I like to just apply this in all the areas we normally highlight. So underneath my eyes. And for a 10-minute makeup look, I'm not going to apply too much of this product. I like that I have control with this because it is an applicator. So I have the control to know how much product I want to use. So I'm honestly just applying it in the center of my face. So my T-zone here, and that's all we're doing. That's all we're using. So I'm just going to use my same e.l.f. concealer brush and just blend out my concealer. So you guys know we like to just keep our concealer in the areas that the light hits. So really analyze your face and know where that light hits, because that's where you want to just focus your concealer and make sure that it stays in that area. All right, so for this step, I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush. So this is the e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush, and we're gonna go over all of these harsh lines. This is important because we wanna make sure everything looks blended. So just go over all of the edges of that concealer and just really blend it into your skin. You always want to make sure you're doing this step because this is what really brings the look together, makes everything look uniform, and yeah, it's really important to make sure everything looks blended. And I'm going to quickly go back into my concealer with my flat brush and just shape up my brows. This step here that I'm doing is optional, so you can definitely save some time by not doing this if you don't need to or don't want to, but I really like shaping my brows, so we're just going to quickly do this and also apply it to the eyelids and just blend everything together. All right, so that completes our cream product. So we can move on to some powder now. So I'm gonna be using the Makeup Revolution Banana Baking Powder. This one here is their super matte finish, so it's going to give me a really nice matte finish. I love that it's a yellow undertone, so this is really good for those of you who are of darker skin tones. Banana or medium deep shades really do good for us. So I'm going to go in with this powder and just set all of my highlighted areas. And the thing with this one here is that it's not in a pot, so you have to kind of take some out. I usually take some on the back of my hand like this, and then go in with my velour puff and just set my under eye. This is just going to give a really nice blurring effect and just set all the areas we applied that concealer. And you don't want to forget your eyelids as well. All right, so now we can move on to some powder bronzer. So I'm going to be using the NYX Buttermelt Bronzer. You guys know this is like one of my go-to powders right now for bronzer. We're just going to sweep this on all the areas that we consider our contour. So that's our forehead, the jawline, the cheekbones, down the bridge of our nose. And this is just going to bring back some depth and dimension to the skin. So I'm just going to go in with this angled brush here. This is really good for any contours. So we're just gonna sweep this just along all those areas that we would consider our contour. And you guys are gonna see how this really warms up my skin and just brings back the life to this makeup look. I feel like bronzer over contour is better for a 10-minute makeup look, because with a bronzer you don't need to be precise on where you're applying it on your face, whereas a bronzer you're really sculpting out your face, so you want to take your time with that, especially if you're trying to give yourself a more sharper cheekbone or sharper jawline. So really just going in with a bronzer really brings the look together a lot faster than a contour. So just sweeping this on all the areas we would consider our contours. And then taking the remaining on this brush, I'm just gonna go down the sides of my nose instead of picking up another brush and wasting time. This just quickly contours my nose. Again, we're not going for that precise look today. We just want to bring the look together. So we're gonna go in with some powder blush. So I did pick up the NYX Buttermelt blush. Because I love the bronzer so much, I had to try out the blush as well. So I picked up the shade Vivid Orange. So we're gonna apply this to the skin and bring back some color and some vibrancy to the skin. I'm just gonna take my blush brush and just apply it to the cheeks. That is beautiful. This pairs well with the bronzer too. Yeah, that definitely pairs well with the bronzer. I must say that these products are very pigmented, so you definitely want to use a lighter hand when applying it. But I feel like skipping the liquid blush and just using a powder blush really helps to cut down on the time of your 10-minute makeup look. All right, and then last powder I'm going to use is my Maybelline Superstay Hybrid Powder Foundation. And I'm just going to apply this on the outer perimeter of my face, on all the areas we didn't touch with anything. This is just going to really powder my skin and bring my skin to an even finished complexion. I'm just gonna go over any areas and just really blend everything in together now. I do have a powder foundation makeup tutorial on my channel. If you haven't checked that out yet, I'll leave it in the cards above for you to check out. All right, so at this point is really up to you. It's all about customization and what you want to do with the rest of your makeup. So when it comes to your eyes and your lips, for me, I really do like wearing lashes. I'm a lash girl. I could pop my lashes on in like 2 seconds. So this being a part of my 10-minute makeup look will not be an issue, but if it's an issue for you, you feel it might take up some time, just go in with a mascara, really just make your lashes pop, and then a nice lip oil or lip gloss will finish up this look. So today I'm going to be using my Ardell Wispies. This is like one of my favorite natural looking lashes, definitely an everyday wear. And yeah, it's gonna really just bring my look together. So I'm gonna quickly pop these on. All right, so at this point you could go in with your lashes. So I've already applied my lashes, and I'm gonna go in with some mascara just to finish up the eye look. And I just like to apply this to my bottom lash line. Let me know if you guys want like an updated eyelash tutorial, how I learned to be able to put it on in less than like 10 seconds. It's like, I don't know. But if you want an updated lash tutorial, let me know in the comment section below. All right, so at this point, we can finish it up with our lips. So I'm gonna go in with my Palladio eyeliner, aka my lip liner, and just line my lips. And then lipstick or lip gloss of choice today is my Black Radiance Perfect Tone Lip Gloss. And I love this because it's a really nice nude. All right, so we are done. Of course, we have to finish this up with some setting spray. So today I'm going to be using my Milani Make It Last Original Setting Spray and just lock this makeup look in place. All right, so that completes this quick 10-minute makeup look. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you guys think of this video. If you use any of the products I used today, if you're interested in using some of the new products I introduced today. I really love how the makeup look came out. This is what I would do when I just want to quickly put my face together, but I'm on crunch time, I need 10 minutes, anything like that. So this is a really quick and easy way to put yourself together without spending 30 to an hour. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you are a new sis to my channel, please make sure to subscribe. Click the subscribe button below. And that is about it. If you haven't checked out my most recent video, I did do a video on tinted moisturizer. So I showed you guys a quick tinted moisturizer makeup tutorial similar to this one, to be honest. So if you haven't checked that out, I'll leave it on the screen right here for you to check out right now at this point. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.